Shall we start? Shall we begin? There's no need to upload. We didn't do a thing yet. So thank you very much. I know that this is the last session in this, and I know that you are tired, and I know that you are full of information today, and I don't want to add to it another information, another feature. I just want to let's say to discuss an acute subject. We'll discuss acute subject today. We will be discussing babies. We will be talking about babies.
Who is the baby?
Who is the baby here? Okay. So today we will be talking about Aida. Test. Look, we will talking about Aida. Aida, it's a woman. She is a woman. She is the assistant of the developers. I just want to underline these details. Today let's say, we have discovered some features for customers, some features available in the Salesforce platform, but the features that we will be discussing now, the target is you. The target are the developers, are the business analysts, are the, let's say, the managers. So it's for you. For the teams that are, let's say, working with clients and want to give them the best of their services, and we'll try to help you give them a best service. So we'll go throw away to the first slide. Learning how to walk, a challenge every baby takes on. I don't know if we have parents here, but the best thing to live with your children is to teach them how to walk. And your mission as a parent is to assure that the baby does not crush his head over the wall nor the ground. And this is your mission as a parent. You should just hold to it until the baby learn how to walk, and then let it go. And our mission today is to talk about babies. Babies here, we are not talking about babies, but we are talking about the newcomers, the beginners, the developers maybe, and new manager, and new project manager, and new business analyst that he is trying to learn how to walk. He is trying to discover how to do things, but he don't know. And this is natural. We all have some part of us, a baby in us, in some, let's say, missions and tasks that we don't know how to tackle them, and we want to, let's say, be we have to accept it, and we have to give you the best tool to do it. You can go to the next slide. Go to it. Next. So Aida, for artificial intelligence developer assistant. So this is it stands for the artificial intelligence developer assistant. Sorry. And his let's say the main purpose of this solution is to give you a walkthrough how you can learn how to walk in a new mission. Either you are a developer, like I said, or whatever your mission is. Next slide. So here, let's dive directly into the demo. No more slides, no more talking. Go ahead, Hamza.
First of all, thank you for your coming today. I will present myself. I'm Hamza, technical consultant. But today I will play the role of
a baby.
of a beginner developer inside the Salesforce ecosystem, and I will try to act and face the challenges that every beginner face, like the reflex. We can't know the questions or the correct questions that we must ask to collect the important information to, that we can use or that we will need during the development journey. So during the demo, we will see this solution, how can save my life, my first day in the work. So let's start.
Go ahead. Thank you. So I will be playing the storyteller role. So once upon a time, we had a baby called Hamza. And Hamza, he just received a new requirement. He doesn't know exactly how to tackle it. He just received, let's say, a very broad requirement. He doesn't know exactly what he should do. Maybe the business analyst didn't do his work as intended, correctly maybe, but the developer should not be a victim of it. So first of all, we have here a component where Hamza will give us the very basic information. What is the project name, Hamza? What is the project name? You should know it.
We will choose the category of our
But yes. So the category here, I don't know if it's visible. So we have multiple categories of your mission. We have the integration via APIs in Salesforce, the integration via ETL, the development of a user interface, and maybe other missions of a business analyst, how to do a conception of a new feature, how to do, let's say, a management of a new project. Maybe you are just tackling new MuleSoft project and you don't know how to tackle it. So this tool will walk you through all the process that you need to go. So Hamza have a project of integration via ETL, and I will give it a name. So the name is, let's say, an integration between Salesforce and some external services that will give some information to Salesforce, maybe
SAP.
Yeah, SAP, for example.
So when we will click next, what IDA will do is to give us an overall of the main project based on the project name that we will give and the project category. And when we will click next, IDA will give us some questions to answer, to collect the information, the important information that will help us to create tasks or how to will work in this project.
So you will just let's say if you can zoom in the logo of the application. If you can just make it visible. So it's not visible. Yes, this is it. So Aida, it's a mama, it's a mother that will that will teach. It's Mama Aida. So yes, so Mama Aida will try to teach Hamza how to tackle the questions, how to have the right questions, and to collect the requirements from the client. So you can dezoom. So here, after choosing the project name and the category, AIDA, which is an artificial intelligence, will walk through Hamza with, let's say, a load of questions in order to guide him in collecting.
That I couldn't ask. So AIDA will give me question by question that I must provide the answer. So for the first question, what is the frequency of data extraction and loading? For example, we can say that it's an integration, let's say a nightly integration between Salesforce and ACP in order to integrate the account information, and maybe it's another integration between Salesforce and ACP, hourly integration. So we have two integrations, one is nightly and the other is hourly, and the hourly integration will be, so this is the nightly one, so it's integration by hours for the order management, for example. So I'm just playing the role of the business analyst. I'll just give you the requirements. So by hours for the accounts, for the order, for example, for the order information, and by every night for the account information, for example. It's just a broad requirement. So let's say the best practice to have the more information to demand from the business analyst. After that, he will what ETL tools, for example, let's say Talent, for example. I will use Talent or MuleSoft, for example.
You can choose for me. This is okay. And next, what are the expected data volume? Let's say that we will be synchronizing 1 million record of orders every month, and let's say 1,000 information about account information. So 1 million of order data. By the week of orders. Okay, so you can leave it just general. Okay. Okay, you don't know the information, I know. But Mama, I don't know. So you can click next.
What about account?
Account. So let's say in reality 1,000 accounts per week, let's say. So this is the frequency or the data volume of synchronization of account information between the two systems. And you will notice that the information is not a structured information, it's just some prompt engine behind this. So are there any specific information to be applied? Let's say I don't know, for example. So you don't have the information yet, you are not sure, and click next. If you have some additional context, maybe I have a deadline of this project. The business analysts have told me that I should deliver him by the end of the week, which is not, let's say, feasible. Yes. Okay, so you can click next. So when he will click on next, there is some communication between Salesforce and artificial intelligence model that will take all this information, then propose to Hamza some overall, so overall understanding and some solution proposing. The global idea of the solution is exactly.
So now I will relax, just relaxing and waiting.
Yes, yes, exactly. So he will just be relaxing and waiting. So here we can wait. So here, based on the provided details, the frequency of data extraction and loading varies from different types of data and so on. So this is the overall, let's say, understanding of the requirements. Sounds good.
Is that sound good,
or will previous to modify the context. The idea here, go ahead.
That sound good?
That sounds good. The idea here is that this response is not a definitive one.
Yeah.
You are the human here. So you should control the artificial intelligence. You should control what the artificial intelligence gives you as a response. So if it sounds good, you can click on it. You can dezoom a little bit. So what's happening here is that the solution have created a project for me. I think it's not visible, the project. صغير browser, right? نديرو هكا. So Aida doesn't fit the resolution. Okay, so this is much better. Okay, so you can dezoom now. Dezoom. Good. So you can dezoom in order to have. So here we have a project. So here we have the project, we have the context. Not yet. So here we have the project with the context, with the project category, and we have also an understanding, a solution proposed by the solution. And we understand that we cannot make it right from the first shot. There is some iterations there. So Hamza have always the possibility to ask his business analyst to plan a meeting with him and to modify the context of the project. Modify the context of the project in order to add some more information. For example, about the transformation, you can tell that the transformation between the two systems will be to, let's say, have the orders and link them to the correct account in Salesforce and so on. And the transformation between the two systems will retrieve the orders, for example, and then link them to the right account, for example. So this is a new requirement that Hamza just required from the business analyst. And after that, he will click Save. So this is the new context. And he will click on Generate Understanding. So Generate Understanding will do the same work, but with the updated data. So it will get the new context, make the call, and give us the new understanding of the requirements. If it sounds good, you can click on Sounds Good. So the new understanding and solution is updated directly in the project. So after that, we are talking about babies, and we'll go back to the babies. We have a button, which is called Baby Steps. Hamza have, let's say, have the requirements from the business analyst, but he don't know exactly where to start. What is the first step? The second one? What are the tasks that he should be handling in order to give, let's say, to complete this task? So he will click on Baby Steps, and basically what the baby steps will do, retrieve the context of the project, then propose it via an artificial intelligence. What are the steps that he should be doing in order to let's say, deliver this functionality? So if it's good, you can click on Sounds Good again. It always sounds good. And what we'll be doing here is we'll be communicating with our model of artificial intelligence in order to get, let's say, a more structured information, a JSON information, in order to convert it into data into Salesforce, and we can do some progress, let's say, tracking in Salesforce. So you can relax as always. There's no need to be worried. And yes, after that, we'll be receiving, let's say, a confirmation from our service, and Aida that is seeing us. I just want to say that the use of this solution, we have. Yes, so the project task generated. Let's go to work. Directly, let's go to work. So next. So if you click on R, refresh. If it's not working, close the door. Yes, sir. You can close the door. So here we have all the tasks. You can scroll down, then we can check all the tasks that Hamza should do. You can click on View All. So here we have the task ordered by number, so ordered by, let's say, priority. And we have some estimated time that he can use. Of course, he can modify if he is more experienced, so he can validate it with a more experienced person. But if you consult, for example, one task, so this is a subtask of a project. You have the title of the subtask and a description of the task. So he can, let's say, and just to give you the context, this is not just about the developer. It's also about all the, let's say, the profiles of our teams, the new profile, the newcomers that should use it. So in the task, we have, let's say, Hamza have understanding, let's say, he understood the requirements and he launched the development, and at a certain time he should use Aida also not only to understand the requirements but also to assure quality. He should assure the quality for his delivery. So he will generate it's done, yes. So you have developed, let's say, you have defined the project's code and objective. You can click on Generate Test Scenarios. Same thing here, we will get the context of the project, the solution, and more specifically the task and the description of the task. And Aida, Mama Aida, will propose for us, let's say, what are the things that we should do in order to assure that we have done the work as intended. So here we have some test scenarios, sounds good as always, and we are we have updated the test scenarios here so Hamza can go back and check if he's done the right job. So we can go back to the project, Hamza. So this is the project. At a certain time, I am the business analyst. I will call Hamza and let's say demand from him some flash reports. I want to have an overview about the progress of the project. And let's say Hamza, it's a beginner one, he doesn't have the good reflexes, the good question to pose, the good communication also. What is the best way to communicate with the team? So he will click on flash reports.
Before that, we will just refresh the task.
Yes, you can refresh the report so you have an overview about the progress of your task, and you can generate a flash report. So the flash report, basically, it's a report based on the progress of the tasks. We'll get the information about the task, whether it's done or not, and we'll automatically propose an email that contains an overview and let's say a resume of the progress of all the tasks, and he can choose the email. So here what I want to say is that this is not the final version again. You should not click directly on send. You should correct it, you should control it. This is your chance to not use Mawa'ida in the future. So in order to have, so you can just send the email, for example. You will send the email to yourself, so okay. You can drop some files if you want and send to the end, and you click finish. So you have also some history about the communication that you have performed with the business analyst in order to have some tracking about it. And let's imagine that Hamza is a hard worker man, and it is the case. Not the baby Hamza, the real Hamza. And after doing all the tasks and after closing all the tasks, he can at a certain time click on delivery reports. And delivery reports, it's another type of report that will consolidate the understanding of the project and give
without taking in consideration the tasks.
Exactly. Without taking into consideration the progress of the tasks, because we assume that we send the delivery report when you are done all the tasks. So here you have, let's say, an email. I wanted to provide a brief update on the delivery progress of the project involving integration between Salesforce and SAP. The initial requirements for this project include integrating the system using an ETL process with data extraction and so on. So the focus of the implementation solution is to retrieve orders and so on. So here it just, let's say, the result of a prompt. Do you hear me? Okay. So this is just the result of a prompt that we have done in the background in order to have the information of the delivery reports, and in the same, let's say, scenario, we can send it to the right person. You can just close it. So this is it. This is just, let's say, a proof of concept of how we can use the artificial intelligence in order to enhance and to help people learn how to work without being there with them. Because we gave, let's say, an example of parents with their baby, but more generally, our parents will have one or two baby trying to work at the same time. But when we are in a team, we have, let's say, 15 babies at the same time trying to work, and you cannot tolerate to have all the babies smashing their heads and doing some let's say, not having a clear visibility of the risks that they are doing. So we can go back to the presentation.
Another point here is that the possibility to another additional point here is the possibility that we can, if we have the details of the tasks, but we don't know the tools that we will use or something. So here we have set there like a chat with our model based on the task and project context. he will suggest for us some suggestions, tools, technical suggestions to close this task direct. It's like a ChatGPT chat. Thank you.
Yes, yes. This is some live prompts with the system in order to have more clarification about the project. For example, this is the baby Hamza, and he will get the response. Good. So you can go back to the presentation. Okay. So just to summarize, we can define milestones with this tool. We can plan and prioritize, and we can celebrate success with the good communication with our team in order to have a more, let's say, clear visibility of what we are doing, even if we are just a beginner in some tasks. Next. And like I said, we can guide multiple juniors at the same time and safely, without having to, let's say, assist them directly and be with them at every minute. Next. At the same time, we can achieve new heights with AIDA by your side. There is no limit to what you can achieve in your development journey. Success at your fingerprint and master every challenge. So the title is Challenge to Triumph. We have challenges, but we will transform them and we will convert them to triumph with AIDA, with our mother. Thank you very much.
First, I would like to thank you for this amazing presentation. Very clear, it was very clear and entertaining at the same time. So I have two questions. The first question is, which engine was, or which model was used behind the scenes? We know that it's AIDA in the front end, but which engine was used behind the scenes? I think it's ChatGPT, but I will wait for your confirmation. And then I saw that the link is in-base consultant, so I believe you built this. You built this for the demo. So how much time did it take you to integrate with the engine?
Of course, of course. So for the first question is ChatGPT 3.5, and we have tried also ChatGPT 4. But ChatGPT 4, it's more concise, but more, let's say, it takes more time in order to generate the response. So we have used the ChatGPT 3.5. For the time, yes, we have developed the integration between Salesforce and ChatGPT, and I didn't do it. It's baby Hamza that did it. And the time is 1 day. This is it. Well, thank you for this question. You're welcome.
That's amazing. Congratulations. My question, I actually have two questions as well. The first one is, those questions generated when you choose the title and
the category. Yes.
Are they predefined or are they generated dynamically?
Yes.
And the second question, as Mohammed said, this is like, I guess it's a package. Is it like open source, or there is a payment, or it's just a proof of concept for the moment, and then you will be externalizing it in the future?
Yes, of course. So for the first question was?
The questions, are they generated directly?
Yes. For the questions, in the first place, you can go back to the interface if you want to give more. Yes. So here we have the questions. You can just display the questions, and you can display the list view that display all the information. So here are the questions that we have preloaded in the system. And why we have done this? Because we want to build our expertise on the expertise of our engineers. So we want to have their feedback, their expertise, and I will be sitting with an architect in order to have an overview on how we can do a thing, and we will consolidate all the main questions and we'll import them so all the other colleagues can use them. So it's just like a collective consciousness between all the consultants of NBS Consulting. About the project, it's just a proof of concept for now, but we can give it, let's say, a try in order to publish it, for example, as an open source project. If you want just to be inspired by it, it's just a REST API and some REST API with ChatGPT and some playing with the prompts in order to have the correct response. We can't publish it after that. Excuse me, there is just one question.
Thank you for the
You're welcome.
presentation.
You're welcome.
The question is, do you choose Mama Aida? What do you understand for Aida?
Yes, of course. AIDA is for Artificial Intelligence Developer Assistance. Yes, this is. You should know that the name AIDA, it was the ChatGPT that proposed that for us. We are just explain for ChatGPT what we will be doing, and he gave us a name. Yes, it's AIDA, not AIDA. We have changed it. There's another question?
Yes.
Excuse me, there's a question before you.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate you on your
You are welcome.
successful presentation.
You are welcome.
Second of all, actually, I have a question about
We are finished.
working on similar functionality about providing a response from a prompt.
Yes.
But the problem, the responses of ChatGPT are not predictable or controllable. How did you did to clean the response to not have those expressions oh yeah, I will respond you to this and that, or sometimes it respond you sorry, I couldn't know based on my information. How did you achieve this cleaning of the response to get the
To the right point.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, of course. It's like our mothers. It's like our mamas, all our mamas. You have to talk with them, but at a certain time you have to define what. It's all the people, not only the mothers, but you have to talk with them and give them what is the. Yes, we finished. What is the right response that you are waiting for? So we are talking with ChatGPT, and we are also in the prompt, building a prompt that will be explaining to ChatGPT how to give us a JSON response, and this is the format of the JSON response. And in the end of the prompt, you will be finding a phrase, and do not add any additional information beside the JSON response. So we're just talking with the model in order to give us the required. And after that, we take this JSON and we validate it, we deserialize it, and we can impact and persist the database. One last question.
Two questions.
Two questions.
Yeah.
Yes. The keynote is starting now? Okay. But I can give you the goodies, and we can't discuss the question outside. نكمل أنا وياك برا. حمزة